Hey, y'all, and thank you for tuning in to another episode of Mouthful, a talk show for the people, by the people, where we just really sit and chill and have real live conversations that need to be had. Make sure that you guys check out our website at mouthful-tv.com. Make sure you subscribe to our mailing list so that way you can stay up to date on everything that is Mouthful. And also make sure after this that you follow us over to Instagram, mouthful_TV for the after show as well. And if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe to our channel on YouTube where you're watching it right now. Like, what you waiting on? Just hit it.
Just hit that bell.
2 seconds. Just hit it. Just hit it. That's all it takes.
That's what she said.
Wow. Okay, let's get the show on the road.
Hey, everybody. So I just wanted to take the time to let our fans know. Yes, we missed a couple episodes. It's just been one of those couple weeks. But we back full effect. Everybody's here. We got Cherie joining us for the topic.
Hey,
we got Cherie. Yes. So this is like a checking in episode because we've been gone. So we want to check in with our fans. We want to tell them what we've been doing. So what's up? Let it out. Vent. What's up, y'all?
I'm tired. So I'm saying I am exhausted. I want to sleep all the time, but there's not enough time in the day for me to sleep all the time because I got shit to do.
Right. True. And the shit keeps on shitting.
A whole lot of shit. A pile of shit.
Man, what about you, Fred? What's going on with the Fred?
Say, man. Hey, man. Say, man.
Too much shit going on. Why you put your glasses on? We need to see your eyes.
Nah, I'm gonna tell you, I've been blind to all the bullshit going on lately. That's what I've been blind.
Hey,
I've been blind.
I need to borrow those.
Man, hey, I got you. I got a whole bunch of them because I got them for a different day. All the bullshit that go on. I got you.
Yeah, I said earlier that this is like okay.
Right.
I feel like this is a season of transition for a lot of people, not just us, but like a lot of people that are around me as well. Like a lot of things are changing. And I feel like at the end of this exhaustion and all of this being tired and having to work very hard, like there's going to be something much greater in that transition. And I'm really looking forward to it. I don't know what it is, but I'm just being faithful into like what I should be doing. I feel like I'm in the right place, the right time. Everything is just kind of falling into place. And I'm just excited to see where it all leads to.
Yes.
I'm with you, Des.
Can I piggyback up off of that?
I receive that too. I receive it.
I'm gonna tell you something. I think for me, I'm in a season of acceptance for a lot of things. And a lot of things are changing. I'm changing. So for people, what's funny about it is because when you seek change, like I don't worry about what nobody else says or if anybody else that holds my past against me because I know for a fact that I'm changing. So that's all I need to worry about is me at the end of the day. But I guess like when you lose out on people because one thing I found out that during the season of acceptance, I accept that the people who I dealt with in the past were meant to get the unhealed version of me. So I've accepted the fact that those people played an important role in my life. And now it's time to push forward and give, really, really embrace Fred for Fred, for who I am.
Because I think we talked about something similar to that on one of our episodes where we talked about seasonal, people being seasonal. And like people come and go into your life for seasons. Like you learn what you learn from that relationship and you grow from it and y'all eventually grow apart because people are going to grow apart. And I feel like I'm in a season of growing apart from certain relationships as well.
Big facts.
Yeah.
And I feel it's necessary.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's been a blessing for the whole Mouthful family. Like it seemed like every week, each one of us had something to say as far as, a transition, good news, maybe challenging news. I'm not necessarily going to say bad news, but it's just a challenge. But like every week we were telling each other, congrats, that's what's up, this and that. So it's so just a wonderful thing to see our circle, you know what I'm saying, growing and maturing and getting the fruits of our labor, because that's really what it is. All of our hard work has paid off. So
yeah,
that's really good. And then, like you said, Des, when it comes to the season of ships, right? Relationships, friendships, courtships, whatever type of ships. Some of them stay docked and some of them sail off, right? See what I did?
there you go.
But it's a tomato, whatever. I'm gonna start throwing watermelons at you. But it is like, even in my 30s, just learning to love people from a distance, that's hard, because I want to love you right side by side, but not everybody thinks the way I do. And I'm very protective of my friendships. So sometimes it sucks when you expect the same from people and they don't give that to you. But
and that's
it's
crazy because I'm the exact opposite. Like, I don't have to talk to you every day. Like, we don't have to text and talk to each other every day. I don't have to see you. Like, it would be months before I text or call you. Just know that the love is still there. Like, it had nothing to do with you.
I'm a balance, because I don't expect like a phone call every day. But I guess my thing that I feel like is, don't switch up on me when you see me.
Yeah.
Or depending on what the atmosphere is, keep it 100 always. We're supposed to be down like 4 flats. Keep it that way. So
what about you, Cherie? What's the season for Cherie? Cherie.
Transition, relationships, piggyback up, on what they were talking about, just life, in my business life, in my personal life, just growing pains, but keep pushing, and just ready to get to the other side.
And I agree with the transition. For me, it's healing and receiving and change for me. Healing meaning I'm healing in a lot of areas that I needed to be healed in. I'm accepting where I am, accepting who I am. Receiving is actually in a season of receiving, because it seems like God has just been blessing me so much over the past couple months. Like, it's crazy. And it's like, I asked for it, but like I was saying in I think the previous episode, like everything that I started doing, I asked God to be in it, to come with me, I've asked for acceptance from him before I did it. And it seems like when I do that, he's just been blessing me. So that's why I say it's receiving. And change is just like a huge change, like I just bought a house. I'm here now. It's nothing in it, but
you're in it and it's yours.
Yeah. I mean,
yeah.
The change is just like Star was saying, like we've all had something where we say congratulations to. I think Desmond and Star, you guys started a new journey in your careers. And for me, it's just, I'm sitting here like, what? I done bought me a whole house. Cheap as I am, I done bought me a whole house. I am so cheap, and I can't believe I done did this. But
investments and generational wealth, you building for your mini-me. That's what's that.
Yeah, and that's exactly who I did it for. Like,
that picture was so cute, by the way. That key was bigger than her. She's like,
and I was like, it's her house, literally.
And I was so proud. I was like, she wearing the outfit that I bought her. I was like, that's
Who, America? No, I'm playing.
She was wearing the outfit, but yeah, that's why I mean change. And like, it's just been one of them seasons for all of us. I think it's been a great season. I think we've all had like, downfalls, but we here. We missed a couple of weeks, but we back. We not gonna stop. We gonna keep going.
Right.
So I just want
America. I wanted to say something. I wanted to say your testimony is so spot on for today. And that's how God works, because that's the second time today I've heard that similar message. The first being Pastor Carter from Concord's message today. speaking on, you know, you can manifest the car, you can manifest the new career, the house, or this and that, but what is your relationship with Christ? If you're not trying to grow closer to him, everything that you want or that you're living for and trying to be all whoop, whoop, whoop for or whatever isn't going to matter. So that's
Right.
just so beautiful that you said in your relationship and your talks with God, you know, being closer to him and then asking for your desires, he brought that to you. So that's what it's about, that relationship.
I learned that, I think, sorry, but my preacher, Bishop T.D. Jakes, he had like a segment on that, and he was just saying, when you ask God to come in to your life or come into what you're doing, that's when he feels good. Okay, they want me here, so everything that you're asking for, I'm touching. Like, I want him to touch it. So for me,
Absolutely.
That's
Because
just,
you don't want your living to be in vain. You don't want everything that you do on this earth to be in vain, because none of it's really going to matter once you're gone anyway. So, you know, you have one person to answer to once you're gone, and it's just you by yourself. So it's like you really have to make sure that you incorporate him in your life so that when you go and it's just you and him, he ain't like, baby, who are you?
because like my mom was telling me, she was like, you know, I'm gonna bless your house. And I was like, well, I wanted you to, because I want God to be in here. And, you know, I think, you know, how the granny's prayers are different. You know, my granny is gone, but I feel like she lives through her children, and my mom and Desmond's mom too. Like, I would like to have her over and we all bless the house, because if my granny was here, that's what we had to do anyway. She always brought in God, and now I understand why. Yeah, I was like, wow, why my granny always praying everywhere we go? Like, why she
listen,
now I understand. I really do.
Yeah, you had to. We keep the anointing oil, just hit that on the door, say that prayer.
Look here. Now, you know, now like, I think when you get older, you realize, man, I'm pray wherever I go. I'm praying, because anything can happen. Anything can happen. So
Absolutely.
Like, keep me covered while I'm here.
Man, that is so true. This world, I mean, the world has been just foolery, right? But it just seems like probably as we get older, we're realizing that people just have a total disregard for life. And it's just so heartbreaking because it's so short. You know, tomorrow isn't promised.
On my way home, actually, just a few minutes ago, like I was driving and there was like a line of maybe, I want to say probably 100 plus cars and trucks. And when I say cars and trucks, I mean it's like from little Mini Coopers all the way up to 18-wheelers and school buses and RVs. All of them had something to the effect of forced prick is medical rape. So they were all anti-vaxxers. And it was like 100 cars and trucks and buses just taking over the road, just driving crazy. And I'm just like, I get it. I get your opinion and your point of view, but like, don't try to run me off the road trying to force your opinion in my face, because at this point we're going like 75 or 80 miles per hour. Like, people just have such a disregard for life because they have one set mind and they're like tunnel vision. And it's like everything else is like disregard. So I have to pray every time I leave the house. So like, please protect me. Let me make it home safely. Like wherever I am, just make sure that I'm covered and protected, because people are crazy.
Do y'all feel like we force our opinions on people though, in general, not just by driving, but like, do y'all feel like if we have an opinion, we feel like that opinion is a fact rather than an opinion? So we force it upon people. And when I mean force it upon people, I mean like we talk about it so much as if like it's not an opinion anymore. Like we can't receive what the other person is telling us to have a debate.
I think that's just depends on the individual. Like, because if you debate, but you're not even listening to what the other person says because you're trying to calculate what your response is going to be just to be like this, then you probably are forcing your opinion. But if you can really have an intellectual, articulate, back and forth conversation, I don't even want to call it a debate, but, you know, see the other side. You don't have to agree with it, but one of the biggest blessings in communication is actually receiving what the other person is saying so that you can comprehend. That doesn't mean that you have to agree with it, but at least you're opening your mindset. And that's what a lot of people lost, is the act of, or the the
Yeah.
gift
So
of
many,
I
communication.
think we're losing
they
sight
talk
of
to be
that as
heard.
people. I really do. That's why I asked that question. What you say, Fred?
A lot of people talk just to be heard,
Exactly.
just to hear. A lot of them say, you know, like, or just because they know something, they think they have to speak their opinion on everything. Sometimes it's good just to shut up and listen. Just sit back and just listen. Just be quiet because you don't know everything.
Yeah.
And yeah, that's why a lot of people say, "Oh, I like to debate," but there's a difference between actually debating and people just talking at each other. Because a debate is like if you're debating, you take out the time and listen and analyze what that other person is saying, even if you don't agree with it.
Right.
And
Because in
then
order for you to rebuttal, you need to know what you're rebuttaling to. So even in
Right.
debate, you still need to know what I'm disagreeing with. So
And
And
I like a
Desmond,
good conversation with facts. Like, give me some
yeah,
facts, not just opinion.
because Desmond always say, you've been saying this a lot. Everybody don't think like you. And I think we all need to realize that, like,
Yeah.
everybody don't think like you. Yes, your way may be the best way, but that person don't think like you. So we have to understand, listen to understand, basically.
absolutely. Because I think it's been made aware to me to even kind of come to that realization that everybody doesn't think like you is in relationships. Like I really thank God for the person that I have in my life right now because he really has taught me, whether or not he knows it, he really has taught me how to think differently because I now realize that not everybody's going to think like me. Everybody's not going to have the same heart as me. So it's like I can't expect other people to do the things that I do, right? And then so when they don't, the only thing you have to do is communicate that, like, hey, I don't understand this. This is why I don't understand it, and we come to some type of compromise. But it's all about effective communication because people don't stress that enough in a lot of situations. Like there's one thing to communicate, and there's another to communicate effectively.
So I ain't teach you anything?
No.
Okay.
Mm-mm.
All
You
right.
taught me how to brush my teeth. Is everything?
Hey, Jen's not here. You can't go jab to jab like that.
Or like,
You
nah.
know, that's you and Jen's thing.
What you
I
say,
have a
Sheree?
question. I said, I have a question. What if you're dealing or talking to someone and they're not even willing to hear you? Like the communication, like they're just like set in their way. Like, how do you deal with someone like that?
Oh well,
You don't.
maybe no.
You don't.
Okay, so I think you have to, those type of people, you have to show them better than tell them. Like if they're not hearing you, all right, let me speak to you in silence. Cause then I feel like then they'll be like, okay, what's up? Because you're kind of ignoring them, which is making them less powerful. I feel like, because that's how I handled it. Cause I dealt with somebody like that too. Like they only want to talk to you, but they don't want to hear what you're saying. So it's like, okay, well, if you don't want to hear what I'm saying, let me show you what I'm talking about rather than talk to you, because you're the type of person that I got to show you rather than speak because you like to talk all the time. So that's how I would deal with it. I start snoring. Putting them
And I would also, yeah, I do too. And then I would also, for me, in that situation, because I was in that situation before, where I had to kind of reevaluate how I was communicating it too. Like there could be a situation where, you know, the person receiving it may not be receiving it the way that you wanted to because of how it's being delivered.
Right.
So it could be a way that it's being delivered too.
But with this person in particular, it doesn't matter if you communicate it. It's just my way. Me. I.
So like,
And I agree with both.
Yes,
yeah,
no,
I agree with
much
both. Yeah. If it's worth it, then I think you take the route that Mirica spoke on.
Yeah.
That my actions can show you better than my words can tell you, since you want to act hard-headed.
Yeah.
But if it's not, then I agree with Fred and Des as to where, you know what, the deuces, you know.
Yeah.
And of course, with
only
that,
so much you can do.
And I'd say definitely pray and ask God, like, please intervene in this and intervene in their comprehension. And, you know, maybe their ego or pride or whatnot. And it might not be tomorrow or the next day, but God will
pray for them too.
In it. Exactly.
And when I say pray for them, say ask God to maybe touch them in that area that you have a problem with, because that works too. I've done it. Like I'm like, okay, yes, I don't know if this is right, but if I am right, Lord, like, can you please help them with this? Like help them at least compromise or help them to hear me. I just want to be heard. Yeah. And I feel like too that works too, because if they open up and hear you, maybe y'all can have a conversation, or maybe you can figure out what you want to do once you feel like you're being heard. Because if he hear you, you know he heard you, then you'll be like, okay, you heard me, but you just ain't listening. So it's time for me.
I feel like that now. Like I just feel like it's just been like it's too much.
You know what it is too, is people just can't accept their flaws.
Absolutely.
Which is crazy when it comes from a good-hearted person that cares about them. Like, I'm not telling you this to hurt you. I'm telling you this to be aware of how you're making me feel, how you might be making other feels, and what you're causing. But it's hard to look in the mirror. And I think where the maturity aspect comes is when people tell us about ourselves, can we sit back and take in everything that was brought to us and say, you know what? That wasn't my intentions. Okay, I could see how I could do it differently. Let me work on me. Because, I always say this, show me a perfect person and I'll show you a liar, right? Nobody's perfect. But people like that man or woman in the mirror, it's hard to look at, boy, when you don't like what's being given. So.
Yeah, and I know like everybody have a preference. Everybody's different. But I feel like, I was telling Shay this. I feel like nowadays we're all in competition. It's like we're all in competition, especially in like relationships. Like to me, I can't be in competition with somebody I'm with, because everything I'm doing, we doing it together. Like if I win, you win. I'm never.
That's goofy.
But I feel like nowadays it's like that, because I feel like men want to be in competition with women, and women want to be in competition with men. If women say, hey, I want this, the men be like, well, I want it too, knowing that they just saying it because you said it. Like, I feel like if we tell each other what we really want, not basing it off of social media, or like not basing it off of, oh, well, you're not giving me what I want, so I'm not giving you what you want. I think if we come out, I'll come down and sit at the table and sit at the table and
like
say,
adults,
this is how I want to be loved. And if you don't like the way I want to be loved, then leave, because everybody wants to be loved differently. I may want to be loved just in quality time, and this next girl might want to be loved in money. If you want to spend your money, go with that girl over there, because Mirka don't care about that. Mirka just wants your time. So that's what I'm saying. Like, you got to figure out, I feel like we just need to sit down with each other and tell each other how we want to be loved. And you have to accept that, because that person is not going to change the way they want to be loved. You know what I mean? That's just how I feel about it. And I think that's a big issue now, because it's like we both in competition where you supposed to do this, you supposed to do this. Well, it may not be like this in different households. We all grew up differently. So it's just it's like a competition to me, and I don't like it.
I was going to say, and when you had said competition in relationships, I thought you meant like relationship to other relationships. Like, dang, everybody's trying to outdo the next.
That too. But I mean, like in competition with like
each other. Yeah.
Especially with money. It seemed like, oh, well, you make this much, then you should do this. And if you making it, like, it's like we telling each other what we should be doing instead of what we want for ourselves. Right.
Let me ask y'all a random question, but it's funny to see people's responses. So your friend, your significant other, whoever, right, gives you $5 to play the lotto. You win $1 million. Do you give them their $5 back? Do you give them their $5 back in some extra, like half? Or what do you do?
Well, my thing is, I guess given where we were in the
a good
given
question.
where we were in the conversation, we were talking about relationships. In that situation, if it were me and my partner, we have $1 million. Period. Like, I'm not giving you $5 back because we now have $1 million in the bank. So why are you worried about this $5? Like,
Especially
it's
if
just
we
as
married.
simple.
Especially if we married, because I feel like when you married, you done signed a whole commitment. You done signed a whole license agreeing what's mine is yours and what's yours is mine. At that point, that's just how I feel now. If we're not married, then maybe
If we're
in the
dating
middle.
and I ask you for $5, I'm not gonna ask you for $5 to begin with. But if we're dating and I ask you for $5 and I decided to buy a lottery ticket with it, I'm gonna give you a few thousand.
He said a few thousand.
Right. With the straight
Like 25, like 2,500. Like, pay your rent this month. Pay your rent this month. Thank you for the $5.
It's just a fun question to get responses to.
I don't know.
Fred?
I think
Right.
that person deserves a lump sum of that in a way. But like I said, if I'm married,
They would
I
never
don't
know.
feel like
I could
they
have went to Burger King
deserve-
with that $5 and they would have never known it.
I don't know. I feel like they deserve way more than what Desmond saying, of course. But if I'm married, then that's our bank account together. I mean, because I
How
can't
much we
just no way
talking
in or
here?
out. And that's why I don't understand why people be fighting over money and they married. Because I mean, like, I know you have separate bank accounts, but it's like, dude, you my husband. Like, we are one now.
Yeah, but I will say, I mean, and Lord knows we haven't been married like 10, 20 years, but when you do get into that mindset and frame, people have different ways of thinking that their way of handling money is better. So you have to find that compromise. And sometimes it's just not going to be like peaches and cream. It should. I'm not disagreeing that it should be like, this is ours type of deal. But I think with just different things in different households and people's priorities, it becomes.
People definitely have different priorities.
Yeah.
I will say that some people priorities are different than others, and like I said, I'm learning that. But too, I feel like some people do manage their money a lot better than some others. I've seen those situations too, because if I couldn't manage my money and I had a partner who could, I would ask them to teach me how to manage my money or help me manage my money. But the people, it seems like the people who can't manage their money be the one who won't listen, like, to the other person. Like, they
I
know how to do this. I know how to do that. But you ain't got no money.
See, this is why I am so grateful for the person that I have in my life. Because this man told me, y'all, he was like, I'm gonna give you all of my money every week and just give me an allowance and just take care of everything else. I was like, because he knew, like, for him to know, even have that conversation, be like, I know I'm really not that good with money, so here, take it off.
But at least he knows that. That's the good part about it. He knows it, and he's asking for your help, though. Exactly what I just said.
Nobody wants to live in the dark. Got to make sure those lights go on and off.
Yes, because I know if it was me, man, and I could not manage my money, can you please, like, just take this, and then just like the, either the way that Desmond just said that his significant other did, or I would be like, can you help me? Like, I got this much in account. What should I do? Like, help me. Because if I see that you handling your money good, then I'm like, okay, well, maybe I should ask. But I feel like some people just don't know how to ask either. So
because they're accepting a flaw in their character. Like, for that person to sit there and have that conversation with you, that they have to accept that they're not perfect, and not everybody's going to do that.
That also comes with putting your ego aside. And I can say from as a man, somebody who then just had too much ego in my, you know what I'm saying? Like, you couldn't tell me nothing. And I knew I couldn't manage my money right, but like, and it's like now since I know that, you know, so when I do get a girl, you know what I'm saying? So and if she's better at money management than I am, I'm like, I put my ego aside. Well, look, babe, look here, help me. I put my ego aside, help me take care of that. Whatever we need to take care of, now we'll do that. And I'll just go from there.
Speaking of ego, I had a good conversation with some girlfriends, and we were talking about, do y'all think that men think they're the prize nowadays?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because it's getting crazy out there. Like
They think they the woman now.
Yeah.
Why?
No, I wouldn't think it. I
Yes.
wouldn't think it's
They want to be the woman now. They want everything we want as women. That's how I feel. Oh my gosh.
No.
What you think, Fred?
No.
Now we're not talking about you. We're not
We're
talking about you, but have
Fred.
you seen a general shift in our caliber of men nowadays?
I've seen a lot of beta males with that.
Ooh.
It seems like they want to wear dresses.
A lot of beta males say, "Oh, I want, I need." For me, growing up, my mom always told me, she said, "Fred, look here. Just like a woman raised her daughter so she can know her pussy is gold. So you, my son, your dick is gold too. So you need to know your worth." But
I was not expecting that. I was like,
yeah. So that's the type of mama I got. And so I guess like growing up with that mentality, it's the fact that I know that I can. But if I need something, I know how to go get it on my own. I don't need a person to verify what I need. I don't need, but I think now a lot of these weak men, they try to seek validation from a woman as far as what.
No, keep talking. I'm sorry.
I think we like a lot of weak men try to seek validation from a woman to show that just so they can feel that they're above what they really are when they're really not. So
we like, yes, preach.
So I guess cause don't get me wrong, we all started we all had beta traits. I had a few beta traits, and I had to break that shit like that because no. One thing I know who I am. I'm a grown ass man. I ain't perfect, but I'm working to get better every day. One thing I'm not about to do is say, "Oh, if a man knows he's a prize, he's not about to go around and say, 'Oh, I'm a prize. I deserve this. I need that. I don't need to say that because I walk in excellence, in black excellence. You get what I'm saying?
And
I think men should know their worth. And I think for me,
about the
what
goofy ones.
Yeah, like I think what I got from Star is what I've experienced. Like, this is an example. Women, the man's supposed to open the door for the woman. That's always been,
Oh yeah,
right? But now it's like now the men want the women to open the door for the men. That's how I see it. I'm saying it, and I want to ask you a question. Fred, because
it's true. Yes, Sheree agree.
Yes, because they want, like, women can't be women. Like, women can't want to be taken care of anymore because it's like the men want the same thing. But for me, I'm asking Fred a question. So would men rather be respected or taken care of? Because I feel like men want to be respected and a woman wants to be taken care of. But it seems like men want both. They want to be taken care of and respected, but they don't want to receive it or give that either.
But after respect comes the being taken care of part. As long as you do what you're supposed to do to earn that respect, you get taken care of.
Oh, the woman gonna take care of you regardless.
Exactly.
No, but I'm saying, like, I think, like, for a real man, more than anything, I would want a woman to respect me more than anything on the planet.
And that's what I thought. That's what I was taught. That's what I was taught, that a man wants to be respected.
A woman's respect. When a woman respects you, she is beyond loyal. When she respects you,
baby,
when a woman that is respect is, honestly, I think respect is a true love language all on its own. Because when you truly respect somebody, when you respect them, you will fight for them to the end of time. So for me, I'd rather be respected than anything because once I feel for me, I feel this. When a woman respects you, the loyalty, the love, the commitment, all of that will fall in place. Once you truly earn that respect from her. When you no longer have her respect, you get nothing.
So my women, Cherie and Star, do you feel like women these days have lost respect for men? Not saying you have, not saying
No,
you
I
have
know.
or
I was
me.
thinking about the general.
Right.
Have women lost respect for men?
Like, do we not show them the respect that they ask for?
Yeah, I think there has been a lot of respect lost in both ways.
I do too.
I blame it on a lot. I blame it on what people set their priorities on. You know, a big ass, you know, oh, he got money.
Yeah.
You know, like, what are we really looking for? What are we really searching for? And that's what has, I'm gonna use the word deteriorated our society. You know, love out there. Is it really what people are going for? Do they want to be kept women? Because I know some kept women now. So
Exactly.
what are people's priorities? What are we searching for?
We live in a microwave society. Everything is about me, me, me. Nobody
Yes.
wants to communicate. They don't know how to talk. Everything's text. Like, people can't even have an eye-to-eye conversation. Like,
It seems like that selfishness is like the thing now. Like,
it is, you know.
And everybody, and I feel like
Can I
everybody's
believe-
seeking. This is what triggered me earlier, like when Fred mentioned validation. I feel like everybody, like even outside of relationships, everybody is seeking validation. Like they want to know that they're doing well. They want to know that this was a cute picture. They want to know that that was a cute car, or your hair is cute, or like everybody is wanting to be validated in some way, and that carries over into relationships because now they need all that from you. They need it from you face to face, and then they need it through social media. So they need the like on the phone, and then they need you to like validate them as they're going through life.
And we know this, and we know that that's happening because y'all remember when Instagram took off, where your followers can see the number of likes and only you could see it. So it just said others like, and then they brought that option back where people can actually see the number of likes if you want. If I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
That did happen.
Can I say something real quick, y'all?
Go ahead, Fred.
Y'all talking about texting, and I have to say this: if a woman tells me like, oh, I text more than I talk on the phone. I text more than anything. I'm not talking to you because if there's something, the reason why, because like I always go back to that video Steve Harvey said. We was like, texting is we were talking about texting, how like I can't hear your tone. You can't read a person's tone. You can't read a person's like body language through a text message. That's why I think like now, like when you want to have an important conversation with somebody, and it's like, oh, just text it to me. No. We're gonna talk about this. This is something that needs to be talked about, so you can hear my tone and know that I'm serious about this. It's not a joke. It's not a game. This ain't nothing about damn the thumb. I'm trying to use my lips. I'm talking.
I'm not on the talker on the phoner. I'm not.
Well, shit.
I mean, if it's something serious that we need to have a real life, like if we have to have a conversation about it, if it's a real life situation, then yes, I'm going to take the time to talk to you about it. But just in general, I'm not picking up the phone.
I guess
your preference.
I guess I'm old school as hell, man. I want to talk on the phone. Like I get tired of after a while. You get tired of.
I think the reason for me, I worked in customer service, so I'm on the phone all goddamn day. I be knowing
but I feel like most of us on here, we all come from no cell phones. Like when we were dating in high school, like I was on the phone with him all day. It wasn't no texting because it was a limit on text messages. So it was no point of texting, or we didn't have texting at all.
I couldn't be on the phone
I was on the phone all day in high school with whoever I was with. I was on the phone all day.
My minutes was free after 9.
Well, Okay, but you on a house phone. You know we had house.
Oh yeah, the hell. Oh yeah.
Come on now, Fred. You ain't that young.
Yeah, that landline, boy.
He tried to do us.
Yeah, because you come on the phone, you gotta talk to their parents first. Hey, can I talk to so? Hey, you doing?
Mm-hmm.
Let me talk to him. So
and
we
you
on
had
the
to,
other
like,
line.
you had to call and know how to talk to an adult. I think like these kids now, they would never know what that feels like to call and have a girl daddy call. Well, hello, Mr. Johnson. How you doing? I'm so and so. I'm so and so. I was wondering if could I speak to your daughter? And he said either he gonna say yes or he gonna say no. Oh no, she can't take no phone calls from boys. I'm like, okay, yes sir. And
yeah, that's how it was.
That's how it was.
That's true.
So I think that also that plays I think for as a young man, I think that's what's missing now, because like how like we were taught to talk to a man a different way. Like everything, like when you knew how to talk to your elder, you know how to say yes ma'am, no ma'am.
You don't hear that
no
anymore.
Yes sir, no. So you don't hear that no more because because these young kids feel that they're entitled to everything.
And you don't hear that anymore. True, because of entitlement, but there's no more like big mamas around.
And I was just about to say
big mamas,
because I'm about
like,
to say nowadays the boys are gonna call the phone, the mama gonna pick up the phone like, hey, they're gonna have a whole party in the back.
Wait, did y'all see that school? Did y'all see that school where they had an assembly and there were the parents down there and they started twerking? Like
it's
went into a split. But the DJ was wrong too. The DJ played Back That Ass Up. And I said, oh.
But
either way, yeah.
If anybody play Back That Ass Up at any of Leilani's events, her mama not gonna back her asses up.
No, exactly. It was crazy.
Because I was not gonna bag nothing up at my babies.
Look, our people are locked in. That song does something.
It do. Now if I'm at a wedding or an event that's different for kids, but it's not the kids' fault that it's no ma'am and no sir anymore. It's the parents, because the parents are not teaching them that anymore. No. They're like, well, we don't need them to say that what they saying that for, but I think it needs to be taught again, because these kids saying what you want to elderly.
Listen,
don't say that. Let my granny be still living, and I heard a little kid say.
And that's crazy, because I was watching Bel Air, and the way that the kids talk around Phil and Viv, like, I'm like, baby, I couldn't talk like that. I don't care how old I was, I could not talk like that in an adult's house. It don't even matter what adult it was. I'm not talking like that.
And I'm ma'am, sir, ain't no what, like,
all right, bruh. First
what's
of
up,
all,
what's up, my nigga? Like, no,
I'm not your bruh. I'm not your sis.
That's what I'm saying.
But they think it's cute. They really think it's cute.
And a lot of and then also a lot of parents, they, you know, that whole thing. Remember back in the days that it takes a village. That village shit is played out now, because now how parents are. If you say you tell the kid, hey, hey man, because they talking, not watching their kid, but you don't want that kid to hurt themselves. You like, hey, don't do that. You can talk to me. You don't talk to my kid. Like, you're not even watching your kid. Your kid's about to bust the shit out of his head. Now he bust his head and I don't say nothing. What is wrong? What the fuck? Call 911 like my baby. Hell no, bitch, let's ride right now. We gone, we gone.
The fact that we see, first off, you did that very well.
Very.
But the fact that that's real life, and we probably all have heard a story or even seen it where a parent comes to the school to help their child fight another child. Like, that is just crazy to me. Like, you're a whole grown woman and you coming up here to fight like a teenager.
Coming up there to fight.
Oh, I've seen videos.
I believe.
Oh no, hey, it just happened. It just happened this past week. I'm talking about they came up 2 cars deep, and Mama, look, all four, these four teeth right here.
Go.
Oh, the mama was gone. No, that was gone.
Oh, gone.
Gone. Gone.
Were they gone before or after the altercation?
Wait, hold on. Here's what she said. Here's what she said. This is what she said. Hold on, baby, cause my son, ain't nobody about to be beating on my baby. I'm ready to beat somebody ass up in the room.
You sound just like them.
Yeah. I feel like I was there.
Yeah.
I do feel like I was there. It was the way he was holding his lip and everything to hide the teeth.
Right.
Bro, it's just crazy. It's just crazy because, like, you know, if something like that would happen when we were growing up, the parents would meet in the office, like they would be professional. And like, look, here's my issue.
There was
your
order.
Kid,
Order.
that's what I'm saying. There was order. And like, so and it was and if it couldn't be hashed out at that point, then they'll bring some legal actions into it if need be. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it was handled a lot differently. That's why I say, like, now all that, like, don't nobody believe in the village no more, because everybody think that that somebody gonna do something to their child. And don't get me wrong, it's some crazy people out here. But if I'm helping you as a parent, just telling you, hey, telling your kid, don't do that or watch your mouth.
Was community policing, and that's what we grew up on. You know what I'm saying?
The neighbor
community
could whoop you.
policing. Yeah. But now you know if your mama saw you do that, you know, go on. Yes, ma'am. Yes, sir.
Because we knew all of our neighbors around my granny house. We knew if we got in trouble, they was either gonna tell my granny, my mama, because everybody knew each other.
Yeah.
Oh, they was some snitches. Oh, they was snitches. Oh, they was some snitches. Miss Betty, you
come in, sneak through that window. The neighbors see you, they tell it. Like now you scared to tell anybody about their kid because you don't know what they gonna do.
That ain't none of my business.
Yeah.
I ain't getting nobody's business. I don't want to have to fight you over your child.
Normalized, bro. That's crazy how that's become so normalized now. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can't say nothing about nobody kid. As a matter of fact, we called one of the kids' parents at school. He said, why y'all calling me? I don't want to hear nothing else about what my kid doing. I'm like,
wow.
That's crazy.
All I gotta say,
like your kid about to be sent home.
I fear for my child's just growing up with these type of kids and these type of parents, because yes, I will fight somebody over my child if she gets into an altercation at school, God forbid. But if she gets into an altercation, I'm not coming up there to whoop that child because she got into an altercation. Now, if I'm sitting at home and these girls come and jump my child in my front yard, I'm banging. Like, you're not about to jump my child, but I'm not coming up to a school like my child. I want my child to be respectful. Yes, ma'am. No, ma'am. You're not cussing in front of people just because. Like, I hate when I see like my friends or anybody just coming in and cussing in front of my parents or just like elderly period. Because sometimes I do see my age group cussing and all that stuff in front of grown folks, knowing they ain't raised like that. Because I know they wouldn't. Some of them, at least. I know we 30, 40, but I feel like if you got somebody's granny and you in a house calling MFers and all that, I feel like it's
be respectful.
You know, we grown, but it's a sign of respect. So I fear for that. I just pray that my child knows right from wrong, and she's a leader and not a follower.
And hopefully by that time, in that age, when she gets to that age, like there would have been another transition. Because I feel like
what I was gonna say.
I feel like the pandemic babies are a different breed too. I feel like the pandemic babies are different. They are very advanced. They are very much so. They're very intuitive. They're very aware.
They're
very aware.
Yes, Leilani know, like she amazes us every day. That girl saying sentences. She run the house. She run me. She tell me what to do, and she not even two. And this guy, he was putting in my security system, and he was like, "How old is she?" And I'm like, "She's not even two." And he was like, "She's not."
Yeah.
And because she was saying, it was the stuff she was saying. It's like. She's supposed to be saying it at 3-4 years old. But
Right.
she's saying her ABC, so she can count to
Awesome.
20 almost. Like she at 18, I think, but she almost there. Like she's there really. I think she just don't know how to say 1920. She know it. So
Yeah.
this guy, he was so amazing. He said I went home and I told my little girl like I cheated on you because this girl I was installing her security system. She just amazed me, and I just had to like compliment her. And then eventually he was like, yeah, my child didn't curse. She was like, you my daddy, so it didn't matter.
Right.
It was just the fact that he told me that. He said, yeah, I went in the next, because he came 2 days, and he was like, I told my daughter about your daughter because I'm just amazed at what she knows. And I said, well, she's a pandemic baby. So
Dang, so he went
Babies
home
are
like,
very different.
baby, you slow. Is that what he told her?
but his
Like, how did
daughter,
that
he
conversation
went
go?
home,
I'm so
Des.
curious.
He went home and was like, count to 20. Go.
but I think his daughter was 3 or 4, so she was definitely older.
So he for real was like, count to 20.
Dang,
Count to
I know a
20.
1.5-year-old. She counted to 20. Where you at?
Right.
What's up?
Don't embarrass the
What's
family.
up?
I'm good,
Yeah,
bro.
we out here doing Black excellence. Speaking of Black excellence, have y'all seen how 50 Cent paved the way in getting Monique back into the spotlight? And
Mhm.
how
So what happened with that?
I was hoping y'all could tell me. I only saw it.
I saw parts of it, but I want to read more into it. But I've always been down with Monique. To me, she's like the funniest woman the funniest comedy show I've ever attended is her show. And I've been to multiple, even Mike Epps, and she outdid him to me. Like I went home with a headache. I was laughing so much.
Well, yeah, because she was blackballed, right? By
Yeah.
Lee Daniels, who has since issued a public apology, Tyler Perry, and Oprah. And from what I've read or seen, 50 Cent basically was like, we sleeping on Monique, we got to bring her back into the spotlight, and I'm gonna do it. Now,
so
supposedly he did.
What's crazy?
talk
I
to
was just
Tyler
watching
Perry.
Queens of Comedy not too long ago.
Yeah. I mean, her last work was a film that she did, and that was in 2016, y'all.
Yeah.
But she did a comedy show like back then too.
It's crazy. Like, why haven't we seen you in anything?
She was
Because
They
such
need
a
to go ahead and bring back,
Well,
but
she
they
is
can
such a
bring
talent.
back the Queens of Comedy. They can bring that back. They can run that back again. The Queens of Comedy. That was one of my favorites.
Yeah. And speaking of comedians,
well,
y'all know about
around
the wheel
world.
and the slap. What y'all think about that?
Around the world.
What y'all think about that?
Cherie, I'm
what
kind
you
of
think about the
torn.
wheel slap? Cherie, like, no comment.
Cherie, you better say it now because it's a lot of opinionated people.
I mean, I understand, especially looking at her face. And women, we are sensitive about our hair. I'm a hairstylist. I get it. I know women that have hair loss and all that. But I think it was a deeper issue, though. I feel like it was a buildup. So, I mean, I don't know.
I just want to say this. I don't think it was appropriate for the time and place. However, I don't know how. I don't think people really know that I'm ignorant. So that's probably something that I would have done too.
You ain't lying.
So that's probably definitely something that I would have done. But I'm also trying to grow and get better in handling how I respond to things. So I think he definitely could have handled it differently, but I get it. That's all I got to say.
Exactly.
Go ahead, Fred.
Go ahead, Fred. Go ahead, Fred.
One thing I do know, no matter, because I know a lot of married men, and they're gonna protect their wives, no matter if they in the wrong or in the right. They're gonna protect their wives. They're gonna feel whatever is necessary. If they feel it's right at that time, then no matter, they're gonna protect their wife. And I stand by that. But I still say in the same sense, for Chris Rock is known for his low balling joke.
I was just about to say he has very loose lips.
He does not care, and he gonna speak. He is not gonna hold his tongue for no damn body. That's just him. So the joke, and it was a joke, but it was the wrong joke.
So we're saying he does know about her alopecia. We're saying that he was aware of it.
He said he didn't know. He said he didn't know.
But I don't. My bad. The low battery thing came on. But okay, look here. I don't see how he wouldn't know because she has. It's all on her social media about her having alopecia.
I didn't know she had it though.
She talked about it on Red Table. She talked about it and how insecure she was.
I watch it. I must have missed that episode because I haven't watched it in a while, but I used to be faithful to Red Table Talk.
Here's my thing.
So, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead. You finished, Fred? I'm sorry.
I was just saying, look here. I don't fault the brother. Look here. Let me tell you something. The man felt he was right. I ain't gonna lie to you. I'm ignorant as hell too. So if I feel like I'm right at that time, if I need to slap the shit out somebody to protect my right, I'll slap the shit out you. Oh, we can handle it either way. You feel me? You know what I'm saying? I'm 10 toes down for mine. You feel me? This is how it is. That's how I roll. That's how I get down. But in the same sense, I understand it was on national television. I mean, shit. I mean, Will. Everybody know Will got a couple screws loose. So he's just as ignorant. So shit, it is what it is.
So I guess when I think about it, I'm looking at the grand scheme of things. A man should absolutely protect his house and his wife and his family, right? A woman should too. However, you slapping another Black man on the platform that you are and national television at that, I just feel like you literally could have gone up there. You could have said what you wanted to say. You could have just kind of grabbed him or hem him up a little bit and be like, hey, say, dog, don't talk about my wife or whatever. But you took your hand and open-handed slapped a Black man. And I'm not playing the race card, but where I'm going with this is that we're already under the microscope for so many things, right? We are already last year, the year before, whatever, boycotted because we feel like we didn't have enough representation. And this
was the first time a Black man produced it too.
Here you are doing that. And I'm not saying the joke was, tasteful. I also can't say, did he actually know and know what he was doing? I don't know. But what I do know is I feel like, yes, we'll protect your wife, but there was a different way you could have been just as effective. You literally could have been just as effective without slapping another Black man. And now people, I'm just like, shut up. Y'all are asking people that. Why are you asking Alec Baldwin?
No, Alec Baldwin, a damn.
Why
did they ask Daniel Radcliffe? Why
Rock, I get
Harry Potter's opinion? Why do we need Harry Potter's opinion?
Why? Yeah, I'm just like, what? Okay.
I spoke with Harry Potter
Alec.
too.
Like,
but I don't think he can.
Yeah. I'm with you.
Don't chime in on this.
But my thing is, I'm with Star because first of all, if I was Jada and I had hair loss and somebody made a joke about me, and it pissed me off, yeah, I may have looked at Will, but I would have told him, hey, don't do that. I probably would have, if I seen him get up, I would have been like, oh, Will, don't do that. Because you about to make a fool of yourself. Don't do it.
Just like Beyonce stopped Little Mama.
Very selfish of Jada to do that.
Stop.
But I'm just telling you, how I would have did it. I would have been like, don't do that. I would have took his hand or something. But two, like, yes, it was a joke, but I feel like there were a lot of jokes thrown at Jada that day. I'm sorry. I think Regina Hall threw a joke at her too. Said something about, I forgot what it was, but she threw her joke too.
Was it something really, about the entanglement or something?
Yeah, it wasn't really appropriate either. But they're comedians. They're comedians. So Will was protecting his wife. Love it, but you didn't have to get up. You could have got up on a mic and told him what you had to say. You didn't have to slap him. Yeah. But for Chris Rock, I commend him because it's no way I would have stood up on that stage and allowed him to. Every time I see Will, I'm doing what Fred said. Every time I see Will, we box it on site. Every time I see him, because you're not going to get away with it. If I was Chris Rock, every time I see him, we box it. Because you can't come up and slap me in front of 50 million people. Like, that's crazy.
Big facts now. And that's why I said
I'm sorry. I could have sat there and let that man.
But I think everybody's like, I get it. I understand. Like, he probably should not have, but we also have to understand that family probably has been through a lot, and they have been dealing with those types of conversations the entire time, because like Laverne Cox was interviewing them, and she mentioned the entanglement, and they were annoyed by it. You could tell by their reaction, and there's no telling how many other people, as they were walking up the red carpet, tried them. So at this point, I'm tired.
But I
give you the right
completely understand, and I honestly feel
I'm
like
just saying, like,
outside looking
we do have
in,
to take that to account as well.
I really think Jada has some accountability she needs to take, because I'm
Absolutely.
not saying Will is perfect, but I really feel like the culprit in this is
Absolutely. That was very selfish of her.
Will was laughing at first, though. That's what threw me.
She was too. She laughed too at the beginning, and then she kind of, once she registered it, she was like,
well, what threw me off is they caught the new angle where they were walking back, and then like when Chris Rock was like, "Oh, this is gonna be the most watched Oscars in history," she did a little, and I was like, "Wait a minute!" And this was after the slap, so I'm like, "You're laughing at like another one of Chris Rock's jokes." It was just weird. It was weird.
That's why I like. That's why it was a debate going on about it, if it was staged or not. But me personally, I think that's for some real. But I think I think it was a little. It had somebody got paid. That's what I think. I think somebody.
Because that was my question too, and I still haven't like followed up to figure out whether or not. Because that was my question. Like when all of it transpired, like was any of this scripted? Like I really want to know, was the joke to begin with? And I know a couple of people said that it wasn't on the teleprompter, but I really want to know, how would we ever really know if it was on the teleprompter to begin with? And I don't think they may have expected that reaction, but I really want to know whether or not that joke was scripted.
I think somebody, sure enough, in time, like just like how other angles are coming out, I think that somebody would tell like, yeah, it was on the teleprompter or something like that. But a lot of comedians off or whatever like that. So if there was something on the teleprompter, maybe at first it was just acknowledging Will and Jada, and then he did his own little tidbit. I don't know, but it was just all crazy. And I think it's just, there has to be consequences. But now what? He resigned from the Academy, and then it's some.
They're just saying that he got a lot of movies and different.
Yeah,
but I don't think they're going. I think
Bad Boys
rumors. I think it's rumors, because they shouldn't be taking that man's stuff for.
Well, even at that, but it's like, I agree, like, okay, I get it. Repercussions, right?
Yeah.
But then y'all are affecting other people that have worked hard for the movies that he's in. Casting,
right?
You know, like you take.
I was just about to say, at this point, I would be using this to market everything that he's doing, because everybody's talking about Will.
That's now we can't like take it away from him, because Will makes most movies he's in. Like we go to see it to see Will Smith. So if you taking him out of them movies ain't gonna be nothing.
Y'all know what I thought about?
What?
Has the Red Table Talk come on yet?
I don't think so.
Oh, thank you.
What if they have Chris Rock on there?
That's probably what they're gonna do. Once they hash it out, I'm pretty sure that's ratings too.
Yeah,
ratings.
Because I think they released apologies. I don't know if they apologized directly to each other. I'm not sure.
Did his second apology was to Chris Rock. I was like, And Chris Rock apologized, like he apologized to the three female hosts. So who was it? Regina King, Amy Schumer, and
Wanda Sykes.
Yeah. He was like, I took away from y'all's moment. I didn't mean for this to happen and this and that. And Wanda was like, what are you apologizing for? And then people don't even realize that Samuel L. won an Oscar and Denzel awarded it to him. We're not talking about that.
We're not talking about Will Packer, who produced the Oscars for the first time.
Right.
Black man.
And Questlove, right? He had to accept his Oscar right after all of that fiasco. Like, dang, my G.
They only talking about Will and his Oscar.
Right.
I think it's so good that these well-deserved Black people are getting the recognition that they really deserve. Because they do a damn good job at what they do. Samuel L. Jackson, of course, that man never say, bro. That man been working since before I was born. And that man, he deserves it, man. And you know, of course, Denzel, that's my dog right there, man.
He actually
I'm sorry. Random question. Have y'all seen this commercial? It's a Cars extended warranty commercial with Vivica Fox.
Hell no, I ain't seen
beep,
that.
beep, beep.
Look it up, please. Because I was like, is she smiling? Is she happy?
Oh no. Is she looking like cat lady?
It was so
Beep, beep, beep.
her face is so tight.
Oh no.
Beep, beep, beep.
And I was like, well, who of all people, why did they choose her to do a Cars extended warranty commercial?
You know what?
There was so many things to unpack. I'm sorry.
Same thing. Y'all remember that Burger King with Mary J. Blige on?
The who?
That Burger King commercial.
I don't think it
Oh
was
no, she was jamming though. Auntie was. That's funny. You took us back. That really was a commercial. Yeah.
That was a commercial. Or now we hopping on commercials. But y'all remember the McDonald's commercials when they turned to a whole R&B sitcom?
I don't remember that one.
You want my McNuggets? You
Do it again. Refresh my memory. Do it again.
You want my McNuggets?
No, I don't remember that.
Ooh, that's on that note. We
Take it away.
We're gonna take
Hold
it
it on now,
away.
Fred. And you got to do that dance while you're doing it.
Take us out, Fred. Take us out, Fred.
Y'all, I appreciate y'all being here. We love y'all. Make sure y'all subscribe. Hit that bell. Yeah, hit that bell. Nah, man,
Get you some spicy Sprite from McDonald's. Look. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was too easy.
No, man. Hey, man, we appreciate y'all for tuning in to this week's episode, man. We love y'all. We appreciate everybody that supported us for sure. Hey, we back. You understand me? We ain't going nowhere. You hear me? All right, so look, check this out, man. Make sure y'all tune in for the after party on Instagram. Make sure y'all follow us, Mouthful-TV.
Underscore TV.
On
I was talking about the website. I was talking about the
Oh, my bad. Okay, you got it. My bad. Whoa.
The website. Yeah, the website is Mouthful-TV. Make sure y'all follow us on Instagram, Mouthful_TV. You know what I'm saying? Pretty soon, we're going to be everywhere. Y'all going to see us everywhere. So y'all stay tuned, man. We got more fire coming to you. So make sure y'all stay tuned. We love y'all. We appreciate y'all. We'll see y'all in the next one.
I really feel like I just got my ass whooped.
Bye,
Bye,
you
y'all.
did.
Bye,
Yeah, we have.
Bye.